Hey y'all, it's your boy Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider. Welcome back to the Angry Blerd podcast, where I am not on an edible this week, but I'm here to talk to you about all the news that has caught my eye this week. Unfortunately, I do have to start this podcast once again on a somber note. I have to give a rest in peace to Jon Cypher. Passed away at the age of 94 years old on August 3rd in his home. No cause of death was given at the moment of this recording. If you are my age, you may know him for playing the original Man-at-Arms and the 1987 version of Masters of the Universe. But he was in several movies, but he mainly focused on TV. So like he got his first acting credit in 1957 in Roger and Hammerstein's Cinderella. He played Prince Christopher, and he was acting up until... it looks like possibly holy crap, he was the voice of Spellbinder on Batman Beyond. But he also appeared in the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids TV show. So if you are of a certain age demographic, you do recall that show being on the Disney Channel. He did voice work on Pinky and the Brain. He was on Jag, Law and Order, The Invaders. He was on the RoboCop TV series. He was on Major Dad. So Major Dad was one of those sitcoms from like the early 90s. Like I talk to people about it. It's kind of like Crystal Pepsi for TV. Like a lot of people don't remember the show, but basically it was about I believe he was a sergeant. No, he was a major. It's in the name, who ends up basically, dealing with his family life and whatnot. And it was on for like 4 seasons. I vaguely recall watching this show. Although I'm looking at the cast, he didn't join until season 2. So he wasn't even a lead. Gerald McRaney was the lead on this show, but I think he was like, he was the best friend. So yeah, he was the general. I knew I wasn't tripping. I'm like, what was he, a sergeant? Because I know he wasn't the lead. But so yeah, that might have been like the first thing. Because I think I saw Major Dad before I saw Masters of the Universe, because the movie came out when I was 1. So I'm pretty sure I saw it like maybe like around 94, 95. So like after Major Dad. But yeah, I have to give a rest in peace to him. He also did a lot of theater work on Broadway, off Broadway. But yeah, I mean, 94 is a long life. I haven't seen anyone from anything that he was in, like, put any condolences out there. Maybe Dolph Lundgren did something that I checked, but even like in the article that I'm reading, like they usually like do like an update to say like, so-and-so, gave their condolences. But I haven't seen anything. But yeah, rest in peace to Jon Cypher. Okay, so letting you guys know right now, D23 is going on this weekend. Started yesterday, Friday. It's currently going on as I am recording this episode, so I'm only going to talk about everything that happened on day 1. And as we know, SDCC was like 2 weeks ago, and Marvel ain't really bring much to the table besides announcing Ryan Gosling as not Black Panther. That's what the white people wanted. As Ghost Rider, David Johnson as the new Black Panther. And that might have been it from what I can recall. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm even going to talk about this. Oh, they showed the Doomsday trailer, which they actually finally released. But so here we go. All right. They confirmed that Zootopia 3 will be coming out. The Incredibles 3, which will be having a new villain, and it's going to focus more on Jack Violet and Dash. They showed a clip from the new Simpsons movie, which is the title of it. And I believe it was just like storyboard stuff, but he's at an Isotopes game and he wants to catch the home run ball because he thinks it'll make him rich. And he keeps saying, make Homer rich. But then, shenanigans happen. So he goes to catch the ball. Hans Moleman catches it in his mouth. Homer jumps on him, and the ball basically flies all throughout Springfield. And then Bart actually ends up getting the ball. So, like I said, I really think that's going to be good. So, yeah, like I said, Incredibles 3 was announced for summer of 2028. Coco 2 will be coming out in November. Coco 2 will be coming out in November of 2029. So, like I said, Incredibles 3 will focus on the kids, when Coco 2 will take place as Miguel is a teenager, and he will travel back to the land of the dead to team up with Ernesto for another adventure. They also showed a new Pixar original movie called Ghost Market, which will be coming out in spring of 2028. And the clip they showed is a young content creator from Chicago is forced to go to Hawaii on vacation with his mom. And there he stumbles upon an isolated market and realizes that it's haunted. So, I mean, like a lot of this stuff isn't coming out. I'm just reading descriptions. They also made the announcement that Lilo and Stitch 2 is getting a live action remake, and that will be coming out May 2028. Romy and Michelle are getting a sequel just titled Romy and Michelle 2 at the moment. We also got a look at Percy Jackson Season 3, which will be dropping this November. And the Jonas Brothers showed up to talk about Camp Rock 3, which I will not be covering because I've never watched any of the Camp Rock movies. Like, I haven't watched the Disney Channel original movie since maybe like the 2000s. Tangled is getting a live action remake. Only person I know is in this is Tegan Croft, who played Raven on Titans. I believe they announced that Catherine Hahn will be playing Mother Gothel. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember if I did talk about it, but yeah. So there's that. Oswald the rabbit from from Disney animation fame, who's kind of been seen here and there, is getting a 3-part Disney miniseries that's going to be hand-drawn animation, which will be done by older Disney animators as well as new ones. So I really can't wait to see that. Like, I like hand-drawn animation, and we don't really get that much of it anymore. It's like X-Men 97. I'm not even sure if Invincible is hand-drawn. But so, yeah, I'm here for that. So this is where Marvel comes in. We got a trailer for Vision Quest. It looks good. We got James Spader as Ultron, both as a robot and human. And it seems like Vision is trying to find his place in the world, while there looks like they're also leaning on like some of Tom King's Vision miniseries, but like Vision kind of trying to live a suburban life, but also like dealing with the fact that he knows he's not the original Vision. He is just the who's that? Sword? Was it Sword? I can't remember. Who made the White Vision in WandaVision, and has to deal with getting the memories of that Vision from the fake Vision that Wanda made, because they're her memories of Vision. And we also got grown-up Tommy. So maybe we'll see Billy. Is it Tommy or is it Teddy? No, it's Tommy, because Teddy is Billy's boyfriend. So maybe we'll see Billy show up after, the events of Agatha All Alone and, reunite with his brother. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds did like a little funny video, trying to get in on Doomsday. Then they dropped the SDCC trailer that was shown at, they dropped the Doomsday trailer that was shown at SDCC. Looks good. This one definitely looks better than I don't know if it's better, but they showed more fighting than anything in this trailer. So then we got the announcement of X-Men being released on May 5th, 2028. As we already know, Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, who is apparently going to be the leader and founder of the X-Men. Christopher Abbott will be playing Charles Xavier. I don't think I've ever seen anything with Christopher Abbott in it, so I'm going to look at his filmography. Like, this guy does not look familiar to me. Apparently, he was in Kraven the Hunter, so that might have been the only thing I've ever seen him in. He is Aubrey Plaza's boyfriend, because I don't think she's married. Yeah, no. That's her baby daddy because she just had a kid. Like I'm looking at his filmography right now. I've never seen this man in anything. I did not see Vox Lux. So yeah, only thing I've seen him in as far as film goes is Craven the Hunter. He played the Foreigner. I don't even remember who the Foreigner is in TV shows. He was in Intergalactic, the Kid Cudi movie on Netflix. So two things. And he was in an episode of Nurse Jackie, but I didn't watch Nurse Jackie from beginning to end. So yeah, there's that. They confirmed that Samara Weaving will be playing Emma Frost. Kit Connor will indeed be Cyclops. Andy Navarrete, I told you guys she wanted to play Mystique. I think she was just screwing around because she already got the role. She is playing Rogue. Maya Boyd, who I've never heard of, she is a Broadway actor. She has been cast as Storm. Like I'm looking at her filmography right now. Yeah, she's just done stage work. So this will be her first major motion picture. And Adam Driver, who Kevin Feige has been talking about for the longest, is playing Mr. Sinister, the villain. So yeah, there's that. Can't wait for that one. Now, Star Wars. Ahsoka, Season 2, finally announced. We got the release date. We got a trailer. Trailer looks good. I want to know what type of lightsaber that is because it looks like it's a double-bladed lightsaber, but the hilt, you can hold it in two separate places. So it looks like the hilt like disconnects and there's like a handle here and a handle here while there's still energy from the kyber crystal in the middle and it still extends out. So that looked awesome. Anakin is back. Apparently everybody made it back home because there is a reunion of Zev and Ezra, aka MJ's boyfriend, in the trailer. And obviously Force Ghost Anakin and Thrawn is back. So January 20th, best believe I will be reviewing that. I'm over this thing with TV shows taking like 2 or 3 years in between seasons. So y'all need to lock back in. It's like the pandemic made everybody lazy. They showed some footage from Star Wars Starfighter. And they revealed that Ryan Gosling's character's name is Cabe Oberon. Like I said, Zootopia 3 was announced. Don't really care. Disney did announce a new animated original film. It's called Clay. It's about a ball of clay. And Kieran Culkin is doing a voice for the movie. It comes out November of 2028. Hexed has more footage out. Like I saw the trailer for that when I saw Brand New Day. I didn't know what it was, but basically it's about a girl who finds out that her family is a family of witches or something like that, but Jodie Foster's in it. And apparently she's the villain. Some more Disney stuff. Frozen 3 announced whatever Olaf's song is, whatever Olaf has a song that dropped. So yeah. I'm excited about roughly 80% of that stuff. The Frozen stuff, Coco, not so much. Also, Kingdom Hearts. We just know it's coming out in 2027. Hopefully that date stays consistent so then I can buy it. Since starting in 2028, PlayStation will not be making physical discs. I actually got into a somewhat heated argument. It wasn't even heated on my half. It was heated on the other guy's half because they also made the announcement that there is a Kingdom Hearts anime series coming to Disney Plus in the Disney Channel. And I was like, oh, well, I wonder if this is going to be canon. And the guy was like, it's not going to be canon. I'm like, yeah, until Tetsuya Nomura decides to make it canon in some way, shape, or form. And he was like, well, Nomura said that, 4 is not the last game, but, there's going to be one more part. Hold on a second. I forgot to turn off this alarm. And I was like, oh, good. So then, by 2028, I'll be done with Kingdom Hearts. And then, he decided to get snippy with me because I said, I'll be done with Kingdom Hearts by the time the PS6 comes out, he was like, oh, well, if you knew anything about Kingdom Hearts, you know it's not a console exclusive. I'm like, I know it's not a console exclusive. It originally was a console exclusive because it was originally on the PS2 for 1 and 2. And then, Game Boy got their games. And then, when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, it was released on Xbox One. And I know that because I bought it for somebody. So don't be trying to talk to me about Kingdom Hearts stuff because I'm pretty sure I was playing while you were shitting in Pampers. And he was like, well, you're stupid or whatever if you think that it's still exclusive. Then, he blocked me. It's like, yo, don't talk to me about something that I was playing when you were still in your daddy's nuts. Okay? But yeah, I'm going to take a break. Here's the W ad because I got cookies in the oven and I need to go check on those. So I will be right back. Plus, I'm at my 15-minute mark, just over a minute at 16. Be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby gives you focus and energy without the crash and jitters. It has no sugar, fillers, or artificial dyes. Mix 1 packet or scoop into 8 or 12 ounces of water. Stir or shake well. Some powderiness is normal, and it has all the important vitamins. So this has vitamin C, B3, B6, and B12. And it's made from coffee fruit extract. So drink it and go conquer a task. And go to Debbie.gg and use my promo code AngryBlerd10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. That's Debbie.gg with promo code AngryBlerd10.
All right, I am back. So while I'm talking about Disney, I told you guys roughly a year and a half ago at this point, maybe even 2 years ago, Disney was planning on doing a Power Ranger reboot series, but that's dead. So Deadline put out a story saying that due to budgetary concerns, it is no longer happening with the showrunners of Percy Jackson, so Jonathan Steinberg and Dan Schatz. And then some people said that, oh, it's Matt Damon's fault. Loco's going to call me or send me a text message on Monday. Like, fuck Matt Damon. Because they said that he has a project in the works at Disney that's somewhat like Power Rangers. But I'm like, really? Is it true? I don't know. Because I haven't seen anything to say, to corroborate that besides, crap from scoopers that, everyone's saying that is happening. And this episode is very Disney heavy, just so you guys will know. Like, just a lot of Disney stuff. So let me just go ahead and get that crap out the way. The Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be hitting Disney Plus on, I believe it is September 2nd. Let me double check that date. So if you are one of the people who decided to not go see this movie in theaters, unlike me, you can watch it on Disney. Yeah, September 2nd. So like I said, I thoroughly thought the movie could have been better. Felt like just a very long episode of the show. So this honestly could have been season 4. But hey, it is what it is. All right, like I said, I'm gonna kind of lump all this Disney stuff into just one big story. So I don't have the solicitations for comics coming out just yet, but for what is it, November? I want to say it's either October or November. Disney is doing a Avengers in Star Wars crossover series. So I saw that and I was like, wait, what now? Yeah, this is going to be written by Kevin Smith. So I saw people freaking out about that. Like, Kevin Smith isn't a good comic book writer. Check out his Green Hornet run, or you can check out Spider-Man Black Cat, The Evil That Men Do. That book did go through some issues with the delay. So this is going to be coming out sometime next year. Is it next year? Let me double check this. The article says, next year to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, characters from a galaxy far, far away will travel to Earth 616 to team up with the likes of Captain America, Wolverine, and Spider-Man. So Entertainment Weekly broke the news that this series will be called Star Wars /Marvel Hope Assembles and will be written by Kevin Smith with art by David Marquez, who I like. He took over on Spider-Man Miles Morales after Sarah Pichelli left. And at the time, their art style was very similar, so I didn't even know like Sarah left. But Sarah's kind of been lacking on her polished art as of late, and I'm just not a fan of it anymore. But yeah, so Kevin Smith said back in the 80s, I had a subscription to Marvel Star Wars comics. And as fun as it was to follow up, continuing the adventures of Luke, Leia, and Han, I always wished that Spider-Man or Doctor Doom could cross over into their cinematic saga. So when the opportunity arose to actually tell that story, nobody had to force my hand. I'm ecstatic to be writing Hope and Symbols for the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. Many thanks to Marvel Comics and Lucasfilm for trusting me to fly the Falcon and the Quinjet. So no details on how, they will be crossing over. But I honestly cannot wait to check this out. It looks like it's going to be a 5-issue miniseries. I'm just basing this off the because there's a cover. It's like a giant connecting cover, and it looks like it's going to be 5 issues. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I'm just going to put it here. But yeah, one cover is Vader and Doom with Thanos, Venom, Greedo, just villains basically. Clone Troopers. Grand Moff Tarkin, Ultron, so on and so forth. Cover 2 is Wolverine, Chewbacca, Groot, Rocket, Star-Lord, Professor X, Han, Gamora, the Milano, and the Millennium Falcon, and the Quinjet. I mean, not the Quinjet, the Blackbird. Third cover, Luke, Captain America, Scarlet Witch, Hulk, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, an X-Wing, and a Quinjet, and it looks like some X-Wing pilots. Next cover, Leia, Black Widow, C-3PO, and R2-D2, Thing, Black Panther, Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, with it looks like an Imperial fighter ship, and the Fantastic Car, all the Human Torches in the background flying. And then the last cover is Obi-Wan, Daredevil, Deadpool. I guess, wait, is Human Torch on 2 covers? He looks like he might be the only person, on 2 covers, because there's somebody flying in the background of the cover with the Fantastic Car and the Fantastic Four, but Human Torch is on this cover with Obi-Wan, Deadpool, Daredevil, Hawkeye, Luke's uncle. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to add this to my pull list whenever I can, but I haven't read a comic written by Kevin Smith in years. I didn't even read that Green Hornet book, but Samir told me good things. And but I do have the Jay and Silent Bob. Is it Destroy the Marvel Universe one shot that he wrote that came out last month, 2 months ago, or something like that. So yeah, I will be checking that out. All right, so this is the bad news for us Disney Marvel fans. So this is just reiterating what was said maybe roughly a year and a half, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, whenever Bob Iger came back and did that interview on a golf course talking about scaling back on Marvel content. So yeah, it seems like maybe after Vision Quest, Marvel will be scaling back on their live action shows as well as Star Wars, just because these things are expensive to make. But they did say that Daredevil Born Again is safe. Don't know about Ahsoka. We still don't have an update on if there will be a season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. But they are also talking about just leaning more into animation just because it's apparently cheaper to make. And they'll be doing that with more Marvel and Star Wars content. But we also did get a look at season 2 of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. But that dropped today. So I don't really have any footage for that. I just saw that, people were like, oh, this is on the panel for today. So Marvel Television and maybe Marvel Animation. But yeah, so Vision Quest looks good. That drops in November. I forgot to give the date for that when I talked about it coming out. As a matter of fact, let me just double check that date. I believe it's November 20th. Go back to YouTube. Vision Quest. Oh, it's right here. I'm sorry, October 14th. What comes out November 20th? Oh, that might have been Percy. Which is also right here. Percy Jackson does not say on this what you call it video, but I know it's dropping sometime this year. Like I'm even scrolling through it and it doesn't even say, but I know it's supposed to be coming out at the end of the year. Oh yeah, it is November 20th. So yeah, there's that. All right, I think that's all the Disney stuff that I have. But yeah, so as someone who, kind of attempts to make money off of YouTube, they are making it harder for people like me. So YouTube has now decided to double its requirements for content creators to make revenue. So it says starting on February 1st, creators need at least 8,000 watch hours over 12 months or 20 million shorts views within 90 days to start making a profit. So yeah, so you still need the 1,000 subscribers, which I don't have. So if you guys are listening to this, go subscribe to the YouTube page. You don't even gotta watch nothing. If you do want to watch something, just watch it and like have it be background noise. You can mute it for all I care. But yeah, so there's that. Like I said before, I was thinking about going over to Daily Motion just because of the copyright BS and whatnot. But I'm gonna stay with YouTube for now. All right, next story is a small one. I told you guys about Miami Vice 85 with Michael B. Jordan, and at the time it was rumored Austin Butler would be playing Crockett. I believe it's Crockett. Let me look this up because I never remember who's Tubbs and Crockett. All right, Crockett. Yeah, he ain't gonna name him. A white guy cannot have the last name Tubbs. So yeah, Alden Ehrenreich, who played Han Solo in Solo. He was also in Weapons. I believe those are the only two movies I've ever seen him in. He has been cast alongside Michael B. Jordan for Miami Vice 85. Oh, Austin Butler is in it. Wait, what now? So who is he playing the villain? I thought he was going to be playing Crockett. Yeah, his oh yeah, I forgot he was in Cocaine Bear. But yeah, so hopefully the movie is good because that one with Michael Mann with Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell, it is trash. Like looking back on it in retrospect, like the lighting is ass. I don't even know what got me geeked up to buy that movie on DVD, but not a good movie. Beyond the Spider-Verse, guys, it's coming out next year, but it got leaked. Like I guess the trailer or like a featurette got leaked online on Twitter. It's about 4 minutes long. It looks good. It looks like we're picking up right where we left off with Miles. What is it? On Earth 16 or whatever. I can't remember at this point. And we got the confirmation of, well, not the confirmation. We got to see Miles interact with Miles G. Morales, which was a little bit of banter because he was like, yo, do you even speak Spanish, bro? You're not rolling your R's. And, the Miles we know is like, I got to be in Spanish. It's like, Morales, just going back and forth. And he did the whole, thing about, being in a fight, you got to watch the hands. And he like broke out the chains. And so we see like everybody like coming like to find Miles and, stop the canon event from happening with his father dying, which isn't a thing, by the way. That's not a thing. It's just a standard trope. So we got to stop making canon events and anchor beings a thing because those aren't things. I mean, they can try to make them things, but nah. But on the cusp of this, Phil Miller, co-writer of the Spider-Verse movies, said not a fan of leaks, unfinished and not fully rendered footage. So, but from what I saw, it looked good. Y'all can check Twitter. I'm not gonna post that and risk my page getting deleted. I almost posted that trailer for the Powerpuff Girls show that got scrapped from the CW, and like as soon as like I didn't even hit publish, it was like nope, copyright, delete it now or you get hit with a strike. I'm like no, I don't need no more strikes. So yeah, don't remember when that's coming out. I just know it's sometime next year. But it is what it is, man. All right. Let's cue. God, there I go. Doing it again. Like, how long have I been talking? About a half hour. Yeah, it's good enough. I got no movies or anything. All right, I'm going to cue up the spoiler alert. I'm going to talk about the season 2 finale of X-Men 97, titled Survival of the Fittest. So, Beast, Rogue, and Nightcrawler find Apocalypse's ship, and Rogue uses it to speak with the Celestial Essen. He removes the external power from her that she got in the last episode, and she convinces him to give her the power to stop Apocalypse and to save Gambit. But he's like, yeah, I'll do it, but, I need something in return. I need your life. X-Force and X-Factor team up and attack X-Corp, aka the X-Men. The scene with Havoc and Jubilee, basically having a dogfight in planes. Amazing. Y'all need to stop sleeping on my girl Jubilee. Cable took out both his parents. That was the last episode with Nightcrawler. They love doing like a POV for Nightcrawler, like fighting people and whatnot. Like we got it in the last season, we got it in the last episode. But they overtake the X-Men and Cable shoots Gambit in the head, which basically transforms him into Apocalypse. Rogue shows up and uses the celestial powers to free Gambit of Apocalypse, and she puts Apocalypse's conscience into a crystal and gives it to Cable. Gambit is brought back, but after the celestial power leaves Rogue, she's like, wait, how am I still here? Beast shows up in the Blackbird with a Bible, and we find out that Nightcrawler actually sacrificed his life so that Rogue and Gambit could be together. So we won, but we still lost at the same time. Then, in our mid-credit scene, something that everyone was saying since season 1, don't know if it was confirmed, but it was kind of confirmed in this episode. Mystique was pretending to be Valerie Cooper to get access to her office and I guess a file on her and who knows what else. And she killed Valerie Cooper, and Graydon Creed is now the new president. So yeah, I don't know where we're going to go from this, but like a lot of people didn't like this season. I liked it, but you can definitely feel like Bo DeMayo's touch was like missing at least halfway through this season, because he wrote how many episodes? He wrote on episode 8, 7, 6, 4 and 3. Yeah. So 5 out of the 9 episodes, when, he pretty much like kind of oversaw everything with the first season. So, and we're an episode short. So there's that. All in all, I'm going to have to just give it the score of the same number of episodes. It's a 9 for me. Like, I liked it, but like I said, you could feel that something was missing from the season overall. All right. My Adventures with Superman. Season 3, episode 9, Babe Victus. So Clark wakes up in the fortress where basically he is greeted by some brainiac robots. He begs them to give them his powers back, but they said you can only do it if you prove that you're worthy. So they basically put him in a hologram with the origin of Krypton and how they gain their powers. And basically he has to he has to kill a bunch of Coluans, because apparently that's part of Kryptonian history. But Clark shows empathy, and he actually finds out that the Coluan invaders were actually refugees, and that the Brainiac android in the fortress was actually a Coluan who got turned into a robot. Meanwhile, in Metropolis, Lois and Jimmy make a alliance with Waller because they know that the Eradicator is going to be coming back. Kara actually wakes up, so she's not dead. Jonathan flies off and has a temper tantrum, and Kara reaches out to him, and they get ready to take out the Eradicator at the same place that Zero Day happened. So Checkmate get there alongside Heatwave, Livewire, Agent Avery, Agent Martin, and John Henry Irons, who makes new weapons for Lara and John. Luther tries to leave, but Lex is like, stop being a bitch, and you need to own up for the crap that you did. So the Eradicator shows up. Jonathan basically goes full Trunks, which was a nod. He slices him down the middle, but then the Eradicator duplicates himself into two different forms. So like the savage form that we saw in the last episode, and like this more intelligent, skinnier, slender frame version of himself. Thoroughly loved this episode. I like the plot twist of that the Kaluans were taken over by the Kryptonians and then basically had their brains put into robot bodies. I'm not a fan of this version of Jonathan. I like the other version that, was from the future where Hank Henshaw basically killed everybody, as opposed to the version where Lex took over the world. The scar over his eye. He is whining a little bit too much for my sake. But thoroughly, I enjoyed this episode. Next week is the season finale. Well, this Sunday is the season finale. Well, tonight it airs on TV, but I won't be able to watch it until Sunday. But all in all, thoroughly good episode. No notes from me on that one. And I don't think I really have anything else to say this week, guys. Roughly just under 40 minutes of me talking. Like I said, next week I'll cover Saturday and Sunday of D23, as well as I'm going to watch it, although I really didn't have any interest in it, but like the trailers have been showing up more and more. The End of Oak Street, I'll be reviewing that. Lanterns, season finale of My Adventures with Superman, and I think that'll be it. So guys, subscribe to the YouTube page. Check out my live streams. I'm streaming the Star Wars Jedi game, so I'm currently streaming Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Hopefully I'll probably be done with this one next week. Shout out to Ribeye00 on TikTok for winning the copy of 007 First Light. My homegirl Pebbles talking about, oh, why didn't you tell me about this? Maybe you should watch the videos on my page. Okay? Plus you have the game, so what are we talking about? I'm like, did you forget you have the game? I can see what games you play on PlayStation. But yeah, guys, that is it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing any like video game giveaways for a while. Like maybe if I get the complete edition of Ghost of Yote with like the mask and everything that hopefully I can wear, then I'll probably give away the digital code, because they did announce the complete edition that will be coming out in September. So if I get it then I'll give away that code. But I'm done talking. Peace out. See y'all next week. Yeah, that's it.